Yes, sir. It's your boy Hayes. We're back with another one. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Before we do that, let's give this video a thumbs up. If not, you already know. Also, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe so you'll be alerted every time I post a new video. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We're going to go over some hot plays going into tomorrow. I see this sector that's popping off right now. I do believe it should see a continuation going into tomorrow as long as the overall market hold up. SPY look like it still want to run up to around 684. Test that area before possibly going higher. Depending on how we do, I always be cautious of that downside potential. Like I say, the market is insane right now. And then the dip that it did had on last week, it recovered in a day, in an hour or two. So that's insane. But anyway, let's go and take a look at it, guys, see what's going on. Also, before we get in that, I'm going to start giving a little bit of advice, saying things that people may not know, something that might help somebody out. So if you day trading or you getting in and out of stocks and you might be stopped by the PDT, make sure you turn your account into a cash account. Cash account, you able to trade and get in and out of stocks without being stuck in something and can't get out because you're on a PDT. Now you just losing money. You know what I'm saying? Turn it to a cash account. You only should be using your money anyway. Never use margin. If you're using more than what you, why would you ever need margin? That means you putting in way too much, and that's how you lose money. Don't do that. But anyways, cash account. Go to the settings in your account. Scroll down. Go to the settings. Scroll down. Go to cash account. You will find it. I got to be looking at it to tell you. But go to the settings. Scroll down on account type of. You will see it. Cash account, or look it up on YouTube. That's what you need to do. Just figure that out. Google. But anyways, once you get the cash account, you only can use your money. Like your money is going to be got to be settled the next day. So if you got $1,000, if you use $1,000 in one trade, which you shouldn't be doing anyway, you can't day trade again to tomorrow. The smart way to do it is if I got $2,000 in an account, I'm using $200 a trade. That's 10 trades. I ain't taking 10 trades in a day. Probably taking 3, 4, maybe 5 trades. If it's a hot market, could be a little more, but most of the time, probably 2, 3, 4 trades. So that's the case. You know what I'm saying? 10 trades, you got more than enough. So that's the way you want to do it. Also, make sure you learn the Greeks when you trade an option. Learn about IV being crushed. Learn about theta, time decay. Learn about delta, how much you're making per dollar move. Well, I'm telling you right now, so you really ain't got to learn. But make sure you listening. They're the main two I focus on. Theta, time decay, how much I'm losing per hour as this contract come close to expiration. And then delta, how much am I gaining per dollar move on this contract that I bought. And if the IV is high, implied volatility, a large move is already priced in. So that's why the option sometimes don't end up being what you thought it should be. But damn, I supposed to make a bad. IV was already high, so they already priced in that major move. So it got to move harder than what the market was already anticipating for your money to really make sense. Stock futures are a little change after AI trade roars back. See, stock futures are near flat line on Monday night after a strong start with trading week. I want you guys to be paying attention to Coinbase. This the level I'm looking for next, from 322 to 344, 43 area. But that's if Bitcoin hold up, the market hold up, and if we see an upside potential. Also, this is good news for Coinbase. Coinbase launches a savings account in the UK offering a 3.75 interest rate and FSCS deposit protection. So that's definitely, I see Cash Out, all these people, you know what I'm saying, like really turning themselves into banks for real. And not just platforms where people send money back and forth or where people trade or for a broker. They becoming more than that, giving competitions to banks. And also more revenue, more money into that company, which will reflect in the stock price. Like I told y'all, over time, Coinbase will be trading at $2,000 if they don't have a stock split, you feel me? But they're going to be trading at a couple grand per share. But Bitcoin at the time going to be trading at, a couple 6 figures. Also, Oracle, I want to pay attention to that going to tomorrow. It's kind of lagging behind. If you notice, NVIDIA, Palantir, AMD, they all took off like crazy today. So that's a sector I'm talking about. You want to be watching the AI sector going to tomorrow. A lot of these companies that's, backing AI, behind AI massively. Those companies that did crazy well today, those are more into the AI space and chips than Oracle. Oracle, multiple departments. So that's kind of why, but still though, it still can pick up on, the hype of what's going on with them. And also, not to mention that it's at that buy zone, 240, great buy area, 237, 236. That's why I would exit at 237 if it broke below. If I could get cheaper than 240, obviously I would try to do that. And that's not 100% that I'm buying. I need to figure out the market. You need to make sure you're watching the market, seeing the sentiment of the market, the news. I got to get the feel of that new day. We just having a discussion, talking about what could be the case. But hell, the market come and it's not exciting me. The thing's not lining up. You get what I'm saying? But right now, as I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, this got some catching up to do. It makes sense. But anyways, like I said, pay attention to this. If it does take off, it could go to 250 quick. That's a $10 jump in and out. Call options the same day. And for the below, I'm looking for under 237. I'll exit. $10 upside, $3 downside. But obviously, I would want to get in cheaper than this price right here. But if I couldn't, that would be because my thesis is working out and I'm buying into strength and I'm also selling into strength. That makes sense. So if I can't get cheaper than this, my vision would be, okay, it's already like doing what I expected to do. So my confidence for the play is already up to par because I'm expecting this. So I'm buying into strength and I'm selling into strength. I know if I'm doing that, I'm getting in, I'm getting out very quickly. And that got to be like the first, 30 minutes, 45 minutes of the market being open, whenever it's the most volatility and whenever a stock can actually, have a continuation. Analysts predicting the video to go to 350. It'll go way higher than that long term. AI and crypto is definitely going to be the future. It's going to take over. If you ain't invested in it, you should have a little bit, at least 1% of your net worth into AI stocks and also crypto. This the banger. Well, it should be. You want to be paying attention to Lyft going into tomorrow, guys. Lyft is on track to go straight to $32. You get what I'm saying? Already broke major levels, key levels. Also got good news. Lyft partners with Curb to integrate Curb Flow platform. Lyft and Curb announced a strategic partnership to connect Lyft riders with Curb's network of drivers through an integration with the Curb Flow platform. Curb Flow already live in Los Angeles. Will introduce its first partnership with Lyft in the city later this month, followed by additional cities in the near future. This moves build on Lyft's initial taxi onboarding pilot in St. Louis, Missouri, and represents another step in optimizing the marketplace for faster pickups and more service. So by connecting taxi drivers on Curb to Lyft network, approximately 50 million annual riders, the partnership provides drivers with more tip offers and blase whoop whoop. So that's definitely good for Lyft, and also they've been needing this type of news, something to get them rolling again. Also, with the stock price performing the way it did today, it breaking above key levels, this right here is showing great signs of how it's performing in after hours of a continuation going to tomorrow. How I would play Lyft is if it break above $23, I would exit. I feel like it could go back down, test those levels before it take off again. And for the upside, 24, break above 24 tomorrow, this thing could be on track to run to 30 plus. So also BYND earnings missed by $1.01. Revenue top estimates. I told you guys in yesterday's video, I said what I expect them to not beat earnings, guys, but I'm expecting it to be a reverse psychological play, meaning even though they didn't beat earnings, the stock still take off. It didn't take off, but the way it sold off today is really near the low of today. It really ain't did much. That's stating that the bad news was already priced in. It already priced in, nigga. It ain't nowhere else for the stock to go. It could go down to 96 cents. That's worst case scenario. If it break 96 cents, then it's just going to crash all the way down to 30, 40 cents. But I don't think that's, it could happen, but I believe it's going to hold up around at least that dollar range, 90 cents, 93 cents, all that, before taking off again, guys, and nearly tripling 4 times one's money that was patient. And that's not 100% guarantee. That's just low risk, high reward type of play if you play it with the right mindset. Meaning they ain't putting tens of thousands into play and trying to milk the cow. You know what I'm saying? So, because if it's going to move with what we expect it to move, how we expect it to move, that means you don't need to put much in. It turned a little bit into a lot. If it do, great. If it don't, cool. Ain't got much in it. That's the type of mindset you gotta have. Don't be too attached to these stocks. It's always another play. It's always other money to be made. All right, here I even warned VIP. Someone just asked if I'm still holding. Of course, I said last night in the video, we ready to rip again. Don't take that confidence and put way too much money and being greedy, even though high probability is not a guarantee. Understanding the difference is key. High conviction, you still can lose everything. Be careful and don't be greedy. All I'm saying. And shout out, I kind of, said what I was watching and what to expect on the play today. You called it, bro. I printed 100% on SPY. Good job, my guy. Right here, Frank made 2K today. As soon as I saw your post, great job, fam. And Tesla and Meta caught out a dip buy opportunity this morning. So you already know what to do.